What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing yet another beer from Hop Butcher for the World, and they're out of Chicago, Illinois, and this is their Mo Onions. So they're calling this one a Mosaic, Nelson Sauvin and Simcoe-hopped Double IPA. Comes in at 7.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed time of review. This can is just under 6 weeks old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to Hop Butcher for hooking me up with this one. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail boxing video I did that contains all the goodies they hooked me up with, and I'm really glad they sent me this one because this is basically their Kielbasa King, but with an addition of Simcoe hop. So that one used Mosaic and Nelson Sauvin. This one uses both of those plus Simcoe. And I just love the artwork, the label from Dan Jetza. The cool thing about this one is that I've already had Kielbasa King and I reviewed it, and I remember loving it. So I want to see what Simcoe brings to the table, although I don't fully remember Kielbasa King, other than I remember there was a bunch of Nelson like influence that beer, like white grapes, white wine, stuff like that. So we'll see what the Simcoe provides. And again, I love the artwork and label of both Kielbasa King and this. It kind of invokes memories of Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago, just for me. Maybe I'm the only one. I don't know. Anyway, let's crack this one open. Ooh, a little bit of a crack there. Pour into the hashtag proper glassware, and that's looking milky, real milky. All right, that should be fine. We'll throw this over here. Again, read the tasting notes at the end. Yeah, that has a very milky look to it, very turbid. More of like, I was going to say like a golden orange color. Yeah, very murky, turbid, the whole nine. About a 2-finger of a off-white, almost cream-colored looking head. A very tightly compacted bubbles, maybe a few big ones, but looking super creamy. That just looks like a beautiful beer. Let's get a nose on it. Oh. So yeah, white wines are there. Oh. White wines, white grape for sure. It's more like a white grape skin as opposed to, it's like has like a tannic kind of grapey thing. But I'm getting huge, sweet, decadent, tropical and stone fruit, like a mango, over-ripened mango. There's passion fruit, pineapple. Maybe a touch of peach, underlying citrus tones, orange, tangerine. There's a nice herbal component to this one. Mixing in with everything. Oh. As it opens up in the glass, it's becoming sweeter to, the aroma is becoming sweeter to at least my nose. It's starting to have, it's like a tropical fruit bowl, very sweet, like almost like you had, you know, you had already cut open all the fruits and you're just smelling the flesh of them. Even the white grapes are starting to become less tannic in the nose and less of a skin and more of like the actual flesh. Man, this smells fucking dynamite. Wow. I love the smell of this. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again to Hop Butcher. That's a fucking absolutely delicious beer. This is absolute, holy shit, first sip, delicious. This is fucking killer. So the taste to me didn't do a complete 180, but I'm getting big over-ripened like berries, like red berries, like field berries. Not necessarily, you know, raspberry, strawberry, field berries. You're out in the field, you pick a red berry, you're like, oh my God, I hope I'm not gonna die because this is poisonous. And you eat it and you're like, this is delicious. Anyway, body and mouthfeel, because the taste is going to take a while. Body this straight up medium, maybe a touch over. Perfect for 7.5. The mouthfeel, it's what Hop Butcher does. Fucking spectacular. Soft, smooth, creamy, but with carbonation. That's my type of, this is my type of mouthfeel, and a lot of Hop Butcher 7.5% double IPAs from them kind of like this, where you know it's a beer, it's carbonated, but then you get on a palate and you're like, wow, how is this so fucking soft and smooth and creamy? And you're just like voodoo. And so many of the upper echelon, top tier hazy producers are doing the mouthfeels like this. I'm sure they're using a lot of different things like flaked oats, flaked wheat, lactose, things like that. But the taste, this is sweet, don't get me wrong. It's not cloying, but it is definitely sweet, especially like the first 2/3 to 3/4 of the palate. So right up front here with over-ripened red berries. It's crazy. It's almost like I just, you know, you can even get on the finish a little bit. and then it dives into like pineapple, passion fruit. And passion fruit has like a tartness to it, right? But I'm getting more of the sweet part of the passion fruit and less of the tartness. That hits me right up front. There's an underlying like orange juice type of component to this one as well. But right up there, berry, pineapple, passion fruit thing, you get the white grapes, but to go back to what I originally said about the nose, it's more of like a tannic, like white grape skin. And that's where, with that tasting note, to me, this beer starts drying out about, again, 2/3, 3/4 of the way through the palate. That carries on to the back, and on the back of the palate, I'm left with this nice herbaceous kind of resiny hop tone. It's not really dank, it just has like a nice herbaceous, almost like a basil or a thyme on the back of the palate. This one, though, does finish close to moderately bitter. It has a nice pop of bitterness on the back end, but this is more dry than bitter. This is like semi to full-on dry on my palate. I want to drink all of this because it's fucking dynamite is what this is. Holy shitballs. Man. I see, I don't remember why I see this is why I'm a lot of people, I have self-deprecating humor on my channel, and there's some people that have commented and been like, don't say that about your stuff. You do good reviews and stuff. If I was a better beer tuber, shout out to a good friend of mine, a fellow beer tuber, Kyle over at No Hype Beer Reviews, who uses that line a lot, I would have went back and looked at my Kielbasa King, and then I could have told you, hey, this is what I'm getting that's different. I didn't. Why not? I like going in this fresh. If I can remember it off the top of my dome piece, then that's cool. Otherwise, I don't usually go back and look at anything for comparison's sake. I don't really care. All I know is it's fucking delicious beer. Can I taste a 7.5? What I like is that all that sweet, fruity goodness, if there wasn't that pop of bitterness and almost a full-on dryness on the back of the palate for me, this beer would 100% be too sweet. And I feel like this is almost 6 weeks old, so I feel like maybe in another 2 to 4 weeks, maybe like another month, I think that bitterness is going to die out, and then you're just going to have like a cloying kind of sweetness. So I would definitely drink this under 3 months old, 100%. Definitely, just as I'm drinking. By the time you see this, though, this beer's probably going to be 3 months old, so that sucks. Just so many beers that they send my way, and I post pretty much one a week, so a lot of times I get behind, but they'll release this again, I'm pretty sure. Not much more to say about it. This is fucking awesome. I'm getting the white grapes from the Nelson. I think that Mosaic's providing that field berry, and they're all the hops in conjunction are giving me the sweeter tropical and citrus fruits. I really like that that herbaceous kind of finish and that almost full-on dryness. I think that really saves this beer. It's the hero of this beer, to quote Kyle King, because clearly I have nothing that I can say myself. This is delicious. This so far I think is my favorite of this current box. So we're gonna give it a fucking high right now. I don't think it's gonna be as high. Anyway, we are going to give Mo Onions from Hop Butcher a low 4.75 out of 5. I'm gonna go 4.65 out of 5. I didn't think I was going to give it a high score like this, but I think I gave Kielbasa King like around a 4 or 5. So I think I like this better than Kielbasa King. This is dynamite. If you've had this before, let me know what you think about it. We'll do tasting notes real quick, then get into price and availability. They say dank citrus. I don't really get a lot of dankness, more of an herbaceousness, and I didn't get a lot of citrus. So not for me. Not for me, Hop Butcher, but somebody out there got that. Next, crisp white grapes. Yes. And I like that they say crisp because, again, it's more of like a tannic, like skin quality than the actual like juiciness of the grape. So I'm all about that tasting. So they're 1 for 2 right now, and then Pleasant Pine. I did not get really any pine. I got more of like a resinous kind of just generic. I guess you could say like a slight pine resin. But for me, it was pretty big on the herbaceousness on the back, but it just wasn't dank. It just had like that basil thyme kind of herbaceousness. So yeah, and I didn't really nail those, but I am glad I got the crisp white grapes because I would totally agree with that. One more sip, just because I want to. Yeah, it's so fucking good. Price point availability. I believe these are like $14.99, $15.99 in Chicagoland. That's yes, all day long, yes. If it shows up by you, probably gonna be like $5-6 a can. That's how distribution works now. It's just how it is. And availability, all over the place now. Mostly in Chicago, but if you really want it and you're here in the States, there's a couple websites that sell them. I even got a couple drops here in the Western New York area of a couple of their different beers. So yeah, it's fucking Hop Butcher. I cannot thank them enough for sending beers my way, but like things like this, this is what, to me, this is like what Hop Butcher does right here. They make delicious hazies that can be sweet, but not cloying. And they just bring something unique to the table. There's not many hazies I've had like this. Sure, I've had hazies maybe with some of these characters, but just the way they deliver it to the palate is just so fucking cool. So again, if you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. I appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Not much more to say about this one. Post in the comment section if you had it. That's all I need. That's all I need is somebody to let me know that I'm an idiot, but hopefully you like this one as much as I do. So once again, thanks to everybody. Thanks to Hop Butcher. To the next one. Cheers.